Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPratt, and my name's Kenan, his son and the producer of the show. Now, for anyone who's out there that may be joining us for the very first time, be sure to say something in the chat, because of course, the first time it's always free, and then going forward after that, it's just $10 per reading, where you can pay $100 and cover the entire month. I feel like that's a pretty sweet deal since it's 3 times per week, so there's a bit of savings there. Now, tonight's show, linear or lateral, Christopher's got some great things to say about that, so I'm sure you're all eager to hear it. And just as a reminder, readings are a great way to invest in yourself, your healing, and your future. And thank you all so very much for your contributions. They really do keep the show going. And for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, great Wednesday night. Great blessings to all of you. I'm lighting the incense for you. And this is in dedication to the acceleration of the realization of your life purpose. Again, the realization or the acceleration of the realization of your life purpose. So, as we begin tonight's show, I wanted to talk a little bit about this linear and lateral. In psychology, in neuroscience, there's linear thinking, which is, and that's how we're trained. A lot of our schools, how we're trained is, if I say to you, A, B, you're going to go C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Or if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, you can finish and spend the rest of your life counting in a linear way. So it's not bad. It's something that we need. And it's more of the left brain type of thinking. But then there's lateral thinking. So, can everybody hear me? Maya says that.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So, everyone is. So I don't know if Lindsay's on tonight.
She is.
Okay. So Lindsay, if I said to you, you're a painter, right? I know you're a painter. I'm not saying that to you. I know you are. You're an artist. I'll put it as an artist. Or Abby, you make wreaths. Or Marilyn, you make stained glass. So if I said to any of the artists out there, whether you're a writer, is Ambrosi here tonight yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So, or a writer, whatever creative thing that you're doing with more of the right side of your brain. So Lindsay, I'll go back to you. If I said to you, Lindsay, as an artist, and when you do your painting, you have to start in the middle of your canvas. You have to. You're like, what? What? It doesn't compute. That's an example of lateral thinking, right? And how it's more of the creative, more of the expansive, and that you can start from really any point on the canvas. So I'll give you another example. So this weekend, up at the film festival, there were speakers from all over the country that came in, and you got to attend these seminars. So it's not just watching movies. It's all about learning about movies and production and writing and all of that. So Scott Ambrosi, who's on the show, I don't know if he's on tonight, but he talked about storytelling. And he developed a 12-point plan of storytelling. Now, everyone in the audience, the theater had, it was a movie theater full of people. I was watching their faces, and they're like, "What? And actually, after he was done talking, one of the women raised her hand, and she goes, "You mean I have to start my story with step 1 and then and then fill in step 2. He goes, no, 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 no. Start wherever you want on the canvas. Start with your story. And then go back and you can add the numbers where you think they fit. And everybody in the audience went, oh, because everyone in the audience was more of a lateral thinker. All right. So this is being completely free of judgment, especially on yourself. If you're more lateral than linear or linear than lateral. Because what this show is about is really that and more. So let me show the group card tonight. Oh, I did light the incense.
Yep.
Okay. Usually I didn't think I lit it because I can see the smoke in the background. But here's the group card. And I'd love to, if you can, I'd like to remind you to take a picture of the group card, if you can. Especially this one. I mean, this one is the Akashic Stargate. Now, a Stargate, if none of you watch science fiction, it's literally a place where you jump from, it's like the Einstein-Rosen bridge, which is like a wormhole, which transports you from one part of the universe to another universe, potentially, or another part of the universe, or another place altogether. This card isn't talking about the physical transformation, but more of the spiritual transformation. And if you look at the bottom of the card on the right, it says, no wrong path. So when you think about how we're trained in a linear way, we have right and wrong and good and bad, and it keeps us in a wheel of judgment. And mainly that judgment is on ourselves. And I took psychology, so one of the Psychology 101 that people learn is if people are accusing you of something, look at the mirrors here. Listen to what they're saying. You'll understand what they believe, what their brain, what their training, what their nurturing, what their upbringing has trained them to believe about themselves. It's not really about you at all. Okay? So this card isn't about traveling to a dimensional place, but this is talking about the spiritual. And it has been said, you probably have heard this if any of you have ever gone to church, that Christ said that the kingdom of heaven is up there beyond that cloud. Oh yeah, no wait. The kingdom of heaven is Iowa. You know, from that movie, what's the movie with Kevin Costner? What dream? Field of Dreams. It's not a location as much as it is your heart. And your heart is this portal. Your heart is this central lattice of consciousness. So it's not out there, it's in here. Even in Buddhism, the Buddhists acknowledge that we are the universe. So what I love about this is tune into the direction for you that brings you the most light and the most joy. So your path, your life path, your life purpose isn't, I'm a psychic, that's my life purpose. Or I'm a beautician, I'm a yoga instructor. I'm a plumber, that's my life purpose. No. I'm a nurse. No. Life purpose is simply this. It's not about doing your duty. It's not about looking your duty in the face and saying, howdy, duty. some of you older people will get that joke. It's about living life and experiencing joy. That's the purpose. Living life and experiencing joy. So it's letting even go of linear and lateral thinking. Not totally, but bringing in this portal of the heart and expanding that consciousness. And even the progress all of you made, I know, I love these stories. Marilyn Pitts, I know you're the first on the show tonight. Marilyn texted me this amazing experience that she had that had to deal with just jumping into that field of consciousness and the wonder of that, and what that is experiencing for you is very unique. It's not compared, or can you compare it with anything or anyone else? So that's what I wish for you tonight and bless you with, is this acceleration of the realization of your purpose, which is living life and experiencing joy. Okay, great. Thank you all so much for being here.
First is Marilyn Pitts.
Okay, Marilyn, I know you're on first. That's so great. All right. Okay, it's so Marilyn, this is my brain going on the firing both of the directions on my neurotransmitters. When I see spirits, I don't see them as either necessarily male or female. Sometimes I do. Black, white. I don't see races, but sometimes I do. And usually when it's a race or a male, female, then it kind of clues me in, because sometimes loved ones come through and I can actually see them. So there's a black woman coming through, and she's saying, "Fool child." And this is experiencing more of the joy. So what brings you joy? And I know the meditation, that's really important. But to help lower your blood pressure. But do something that brings you joy. Because this has to do, the group card tonight was about the heart and experiencing more joy and living life. I don't know if you've ever wanted to go. I don't know what this is. It's like New Orleans, that Mardi Gras. So planning a trip around when's Mardi Gras, in February? January? I think it's January, February time frame. It's about planning a trip around that time to somewhere where you've always wanted to go. So it could be a Caribbean, it could be the beach, but it's doing something that just lightens you up. And even putting your attention on that and planning it will lighten up the heart. Okay? So, Lindsay, I'm going to jump back to you. How else could it feel rather than difficult? How else could this be? So that's more of the lateral, right, rather than linear. How else can this feel? What other color could I use in this canvas? How else can this feel? It appears so linear. Linear thinking is difficult, but how else is this? How else is this path? And it's not about finding joy. You are joy. The kingdom of God is within you. It's removing or reframing your thinking, okay, around that. All right, who's next?
Well, did you want to go back to Marilyn? She says she needs to start having more fun with some of her stressful.
Yeah.
Her favorite restaurant is Mardi Gras themed.
Oh my God, your favorite place to eat is a Mardi Gras style restaurant. I love it, Marilyn. So yes, so it's going out to eat, not having to worry or think about dinner. You know, Kenan and I don't know if Kenan read it first and gave it to me. It was a while back, but it was about a woman who went to she was going to see a counselor, and just everything felt out of control for her. So the counselor said, okay, what's the first thing that comes to your mind that causes you stress? She goes, I don't see the point of having a dishwasher when you have to scrape the plates and clean them before you put them in. I hate doing that. I don't like doing that. And he goes, okay. What if you ran the dishwasher twice? What if you ran the dishwasher 3 times? So you didn't have to scrape the plates. And she's like, whoa. Change it literally, that one thing was like a domino effect that changed her whole life. So, universe, how else can I think about this? And the same with you, Marilyn, right? Rather than, so we need to start having more fun. I want everybody to listen to how Marilyn phrased that. We need to start. So it's out there. It's a linear way of thinking. We need to start. And absolutely, I understand that. You were a nurse. There were certain protocols you had to follow. But what if you lose the word need and just say, I'm having more fun now? You see how it changes that? I am fun. Okay.
Your sister Diane's next.
Okay, Diane. It's called Bourbon Street. I love it. So, Diane, you can pull up on YouTube the scene from Wizard of Oz and the Cowardly Lion. And judgments are linear thinking. And anywhere where you have had judgments on yourself or others, are you willing to let go of that linear thinking? I'm going to share this really important point. And Kenan, I might need your help on this to describe this. Okay. Let's take a divorce, for example. And Sally is the victim. And Fred is the abuser. And so a person takes sides with Sally and makes Fred bad and wrong. But Fred feeds off of that negative attention. Energy goes where attention flows. So if, oh my God, Sally has to be protected, we have to do whatever. It's not that she doesn't want to take steps to protect herself. I'm not saying that. But any divisive, right, wrong, good, bad, it's about removing complete judgment so that he doesn't get fed from anyone's energy or from your energy about being wrong or bad. Okay.
That's good. Next, you got Lindsay and Austin.
Okay, we have Lindsay and Austin. Okay, so Lindsay, negativity. All right. So I'm going to talk very frankly about body odor. I don't know. Have you ever left onions in the garbage for a day? And then you walk in and you go, oh my gosh, I smell horrible. The negativity isn't yours. So where's it coming from? In just even claiming this negativity isn't yours, or another way of living life, Lindsay, every day, starting anywhere on the canvas that you want. And then any negativity, you go, wait a minute. Where's that coming from? Where did I learn that? And go, universe, show me now. Universe, show me now where this is coming from. And this is non-lateral, non-linear. Someone that you're close to could be experiencing negativity across the country. You feel the energy. You go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. And that's this, it's kind of the same energy where you're thinking about someone and they literally call or text you. And you go, oh my God, I was just thinking about them. Right? Or you were thinking about them and see them on the street. Or run into them at the store. What if this wasn't your negativity at all? And I think I told you this story. I shared this story where this woman mentioned that she and her mom were at the store. They were shopping, and the woman picked up this cute little owl and said, "Oh, I love this cute owl." The mother then told all of the friends and all of the family that this woman loved owls, and so every Christmas, every birthday, every anniversary, she got owls. Her house was full of owls, and owls were okay, but she didn't actually like owls, but she didn't want to offend anyone. And that she learned from her mom, not to offend anyone. You have no control over what you say or do, you do have control over what you say and do, but you can't make anyone happy, you can't make anyone unhappy. Okay. Okay, so if you know where it's coming from, it's not yours, return to sender, never to return. Okay, here we go. Austin, all right. Time to move, Austin. So there's a whole science, or there's a whole belief system around feng shui, where things are placed in your house. And what they're showing me is it would be really good for you energetically to change things around in your house or move completely further away from any and all immediate family, and creating something with a certain woman who happens to be on the show, but creating something new together. This is moving out of, and even moving physical things, like even changing your bedroom around, even changing, just redecorating, or painting a wall, or doing something that is different will help the energy move. All right, and who's next?
You got, well, did you see any payments come in on Zelle, or
What's that?
have any payments come through on Zelle, or you can just go ahead
Yeah.
and do Maya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Maya.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here again, Maya. Appreciate it very much. All right. So this is sending you, this is a perfect group card tonight about the joy, and sending you joy and being free of taking on the sorrow from anyone else. You can't, you can be there for someone, you can support them, but getting in the situation with them isn't helping them. You can hold their hand, you can send them joy, you can send them blessings in your head while you're talking with them. But also, it's reminding them of what life is like not being in sorrow, by you having a sympathetic, empathetic heart, but not jumping in with them or not feeling it for them. Be free of feeling it for them. Because we all have lessons that we have to come to this earth for. This is more joy coming into your life. And when that happens, then the sorrow moves away. So there's more joy coming into your life, Maya. And nothing, and this is Einstein, but it's also in the spiritual truth. How is that energy? It changes. How does that go?
Thermodynamics.
The first law of thermodynamics.
Energy can't be created or destroyed.
Energy cannot be created or destroyed.
It only changes forms.
It only changes forms. Thank you, Kenan. Energy only changes forms. That's all we are. We change from physical into this other form. So know those people you've lost, they're just simply in another form, but they're with you. Okay. And then?
You've got Abby, Maryland, and then Laurel.
Okay, Abby, Maryland, and Laurel. In that order. All right. All right, Miss Abby. Thank you, by the way, for telling us last night. Was it last Monday night that we were missing Facebook? So I really appreciate it. So Abby, is it okay for you to simply be free of doing? Be free of the need to do something or be doing something, that it's okay for you to relax. Even take a 5-minute break. So I love hermit crabs. They simply withdraw into the shell. You're needing some time to withdraw into your shell. Okay. When you're energetically processing something or when you're energetically growing, your mind can go into this it'll thinking. That's when you know, because the mind wants to make sense of it. There's no sense to this spiritual growth. You want to make it about something, you want to define it, you want to know. There's this unknowingness, and is it okay for you to be in the unknowingness and just not knowing, Abby? You know, so if I were Abby, if I were go, if I so I work at a university during the day, and if I would go to somebody going, "Oh my God, you want to study physics? I'm not. I can't do physics. I'm not going to do." And then feeling bad because you're not good at physics, but I'm a really great intuitionist. And then if you're comparing what someone is really good at to what you do or how you are or what your gifts are, be free of doing that. Just withdraw. This is the kingdom of heaven is within you. And it's a matter of sometimes shutting down a little bit to kind of explore that kingdom that's within you. All right, my dear Marilyn. What I'm seeing here, Marilyn, is a sailboat. I don't know if this is like it's a harbor. It's like Boston Harbor, or it's something. It's like your father's coming through, and he's talking about standing on the harbor and looking at these sailboats, and how the wind, and it's just how I don't it's just how sailboats kind of make you feel, and it's going with the wind. It's like, how, like, we're like, well, WWJD, what would Jesus do? Well, we don't know. Right? We actually don't know what Jesus would do, but it's how we're trained to think about maybe what would Jesus do, or who, or people say, well, Christ is in your heart. Well, the kingdom of heaven is in your heart. This is doing what your heart tells you and going with the wind. Despite what society says, despite what you should do, it's losing all the shoulds and just going with the wind. That's the sailboat. And that's why your dad's coming through to talk about it's moving with spirit, because the wind is very symbolic of spirit, and you're going to be experiencing more of that. Okay. I see.
Next, Laurel is next.
Okay, Laurel. Girl, I gotta tell you, this is really impress. You are impressing more than one person. And, like, for instance, every time you go on stage and you perform, you are impressing people but it gives them courage to step up and do more of what they're good at. Do you know what I mean? They're impressed with, it's not just the party or the song or the music. It's actually performing and getting out there, that it gives people courage to do the same. That's what I mean by impress. I know this is the Empress card. And anywhere, and okay, is it okay for you to be a diva? Now, immediately, you may recoil from that word. So anywhere where you have judgment or a linear thinking on being a diva, or what it is to be a diva, or feeling that you're better than other people, there will always be lesser and greater people than yourself. So can you lose all that judgment and just claim how good you are? And is Jared on too?
Sure is.
So Jared, this is claiming how good you are without focusing on, and Laurel, without focusing on all the improvements. Focus on the good, right? So you know about the sandwich, right? If you're a manager and you've talked to other people, you tell them what is really good about them. You tell them what they need to improve. That's the middle of the sandwich. And then the other piece of bread is tell them what's really good about them. Do that about yourself, right? I'm a great singer. I'm going to work on my lower range. I'm a great singer. I'm a really good performer. Um, I need to wear more sequins. I'm a really good performer. Do you know what I mean? It's giving yourself a little bit more credit for what it is you're doing, and look at who you're helping, who you're affecting. Your vibration isn't just going out into that audience, it's going out to the universe. Those vibrations, those frequencies. I got chills. Okay. Who's next?
We've got Audrey Rowden, who I think is
Aubrey. Audrey, yeah. Thanks for being here. It's so great to have you on the show.
Laurel says she just ordered a whole bunch of rhinestones too.
Oh my God, you just ordered a bunch of rhinestones. I freaking love that. Oh, and Jared, you're going to order more rhinestones? Because you below that you said can do. Oh my God. All right, Audrey. Anywhere, Audrey, that you've needed to play dumb to survive, are you willing to let go of that right now? This is the knower card. This is the Einstein card. So this is you stepping up into your power of using more of your brain. It's not an effort. It's not like you have to go do it. It's going to start happening where you're claiming. So when people give you a compliment, can you just say thank you without going, oh no, no, no? Are you willing to let go of doing that at all in any way, shape, or form? And claiming it, going, thank you. That's awesome. And be free of thinking like other people think, or what other people impose on you, that you have to think that way. And then they judge you because you're not taking their advice on thinking that way. Can you just flush that one? Yeah. It's like, you're smart. Yeah, and claim it and step up and then just say thank you without apologizing or in any way. Are you willing to let go of any way diminishing yourself? Okay.
Jeff Reynolds is next.
Hey, Jeff. Are you willing to let go of the fear of anyone are you willing to let go of sending a little juju on this one? In fact, everybody on the show. This is a good one. Are you willing to let go of the fear of disappointing anyone? And are you willing to let go of all judgment on yourself from family, society, religion, business? You know, Colonel Sanders, what were people what would people think of Colonel Sanders all dressed in white, especially after Labor Day? Do you not understand these judgments on that people have? He created a style. He created a that fit him rather than somebody coming in, and he stuck to his guns, Jeff. He stuck to his guns. He tried to sell his chicken recipe to, I believe, 500 different restaurants. And all he wanted was a nickel for every piece of chicken. That's all he wanted. And finally, like after the 500th one, it broke. It broke open. This is about breaking open and letting go of the fear of disappointing anything or anyone. And what I mean by anything are these constructs that we make about how life should be or how we should be. This is all about this group card tonight, which is there's no wrong path. Never has been, never will be. This is finding the joy. This is being the joy. It's about living life and experiencing joy. And letting go of any disappointment or wrong decision. A belief that there was a wrong decision. There wasn't. No way, shape, no way. Okay.
Katie Zerpel.
Katie Zerpel?
You want to do a reading for her?
Yeah, is she? She's new.
She was on last time, I think.
Okay. All right. So, Katie, thank you for being here again. So, Katie, it's safe and okay for you to trust. I mean, truly trust. I know your trust circuits have been blown, but it doesn't mean that there aren't trustworthy people out there. But if your belief is that people cannot be trusted, then the universe goes, oh, okay, well, energy goes where attention flows, so you're thinking about people can't be trusted. So then it creates the reality and brings into people into you that, guess what? They can't be trusted. So this is about you rebuilding your trust in yourself, your trust in your creation, your ideas, trust in knowing that the universe will bring the right people at the right time to help you and to help you accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. It's trust, trust, trust. This is a great one. I'm sending this all out to everyone in the show. Fantastic. It's a fantastic blessing. Okay.
Cat and Jared.
Cat and Jared. All right, Cat. It's called the Preserver card. So, growing up, my family canned not oranges. We canned food. This is something you have put away on a shelf years ago. It's something you dreamed about when you were like 15, 16, 17, about what you wanted to do, or what back then brought you joy. That's coming back. You're going to open up that can again. I don't know how else to put this. It's like you go, oh my God, that lit me up back then. That was like something that brought me joy. And incorporating that into your new venture, right? Because we talked about this with Jared being a doctor, dentist. That's not his life purpose. Your life purpose is not opening a spa. Your life purpose is to live life and experience joy. So if that brings you joy, awesome. Then you're on life purpose. You're doing it. What brings you joy? So you're moving into more of this joy, but you're reaching, there's something that it's like in the back of the closet. Anyway, that's coming through. It's coming through for you. If I get any more downloads, I'll text you. All right. Jared Bobarid. Fee-fi Fulfarid, Jared. It's going to, Jared, it's happening. It's going to happen. You don't got to do nothing. Well, I mean, you know, it's like it, anywhere where you believe that it has to be hard or difficult to be rewarding, are you willing to let go of that right now? And can you just allow things to come to you? It's like training your golden retriever to go get a beer and bring it to you. It's that. It's like, oh, I have to get out of my chair. I have to go across to the kitchen. I have to open the refrigerator. I have to get the beer. I have to take, no. It's a whole new concept coming down, and this is for all of us. Like, who would have thought to have trained their golden retriever to go get a beer or orange juice or whatever it is? Who would have thought of doing that? But it's a creative way to accomplish another way of doing something that is kind of mundane. So this is, are we willing to allow the universe to just go to work for us? Or no, we have to do it ourselves. It's got to be hard. It's got to be difficult. No, it can flow. It can flow. Somebody asked me the other day, well, what are you going to do next with the script? What are you going to do next with the movie? And I went, I'm going to let Fritz decide that. And if you guys weren't on the show the other day, one of my teachers said, well, what do you call this movie? And I go, well, it's about a journey into consciousness and expansion. And no, what do you call it? I went, well, it's called Things the Dead Fear. No, what's your name for it? I said, Fritz. It just popped into my head. And I looked it up. It's a German word, which means, what does it mean?
Peaceful ruler.
Peaceful ruler. Peaceful kingdom. I didn't consciously know what that meant. But this is naming something that you're creating. So if you're creating this new dental office, what are you going to call it? You can't take Fritz. Fritz is mine. You're working on whatever project you're working on. If you've started a company, LLC, what does it want? How does it want it to be? And it'll come to you. All right, who's next?
Great. It's Andrea Canton Wine. It's her first time.
Andrea, first time. Awesome. Okay, so I've said this before, Andrea. Never pray for strength. Because then the universe gives you obstacles and it's they give you obstacles to then give you strength. And if you keep praying for strength, then they'll give you more obstacles and go, see how strong you are? Don't pray for strength. And if someone's lying to you, be free of giving them energy. Look at what fear is causing them to lie, and that'll help you understand why they're lying. Because if they're lying to you, they're lying to themselves. And you don't have to bring that out. Be free of getting into conflict with anyone. People create conflict in order to suck energy from that person. So you're strong within yourself. And anywhere where you're needing to prove your strength, are you willing to let go of that? Okay. Hey, Rosie. That's okay. You made it to the end. That's okay. The important thing is you're here. Okay. So this is the Tower card, where things completely fall apart. And anywhere where you're trying to hold it together for something or anything, it's important to just let it go, because something major is restructuring. I don't know of any... The Tower card isn't fun, okay? But it's necessary to completely dissipate a structure. I dissipated my leaving the religion that I was in. That was very mind-blowing, because mentally I had plugged into this religion my eternal life. Ew, I know. And I had to pull back and go, wait a minute. What about the Buddhists? What about the Hindus? What about the Catholics? What about... Oh my God. How could I have gotten involved or plugged into that one religion was salvation? And I had to completely dissipate that structure. It took a few months, but I'm free of it. And then I was able to step into my gifts. Like, so much more was given when I let go of a certain structure, whatever that is. So this is this. So the Tower card is about complete restructuring, and sometimes things fall apart, and that's why you have close friends. You have while things are falling apart, you have people to help you and restructure. That's what's happening. That's everybody. Bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. We'll do this again Sunday. No, we're doing it Thursday because we missed Sunday.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're doing it again. Another show tomorrow night at 6:00 because we missed Sunday. So thanks for reminding me that. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow night.